No, we are at Palenque ruins, and this is the palace complex, which was built over many hundreds of years, so it looks a little disjointed. This is the tower, which was rebuilt, so they're not sure what it was for. It could have been a lookout tower, could have been an astronomical observatory, or one theory is that it was for the rulers to watch the sun setting behind the Temple of the Inscriptions. The Temple of the Inscriptions flower, which we can see to the right, is possibly the most celebrated burial pyramid in the Americas. It was the tomb of the ruler Pakal, and his wife, the Red Queen, is buried next door. The tomb is called the Temple of the Inscriptions because it has a large inscription along the back wall, and on the ruler they found a jade burial mask, which you may or may not be able to see in Mexico City. And we're now moving on to the rest of the site.
Well, I think there's a few other details that you told us that you have forgotten to mention. Like, it is the first mummified burial found in the Americas.
True. And apparently the Palenque people liked to carve reliefs of all the people they defeated so that they could look at them and feel happy about themselves.
Vinny, what do you think of all this?
Very impressive, and very complex and expensive.
So tell us, how does this compare to the other ruins you visit in the Maya world?
Well, the ones we visited a few days ago, where was that?
Calakmul.
They were very nice. They had very tall towers, or pyramids, however you want to call them. However, they didn't quite have the landscape as this. It was a lot more flat. So here, the people who built these had a lot more to play with. You know, they had very tall hills, and so they could really build impressive things.
Something that I find
imposing things.
Something that I find interesting, you guys, is that is when in the books they talk about how different the architectural styles are. I figured that it'd be subtleties that I wouldn't be able to pick up on, but they're strikingly different. Yeah. And furthermore, the setting, this is basically cloud forest or early cloud forest. It's wet tropical jungle, and Calakmul was set in very dry, porous soil. That was barely. I mean, it was foresty. It was not jungle. I mean, It's not what I would. I mean, as someone interested in biology, I would say yes, it's jungle, but yeah, but it wasn't. And of course, Vinny and Melanie, in comparison to Chichen Itza, what do you think?
Oh, much better.
I think these are my favorite ruins so far.
Yeah. These are better than Calakmul?
Yeah.
Much better than Calakmul. Calakmul had, a ball court and...
Yeah, but it had those 3 pyramids. You could look over into Guatemala.
The pyramid set up high.
And it was deep in the jungle, no bullshit.
That was cool, but this is cool stuff everywhere, I think.
So how does this compare to Chichen Itza? I mean, you know my opinion on it. What do you guys, honestly, what do you guys think?
Much better.
In what way?
Well, Chichen Itza, the setting was
dry and dusty.
Totally boring. It was mostly a flat site.
Badly damaged ex-jungle, ex-Yucatan jungle.
Flat site, a lot of, very dry with a lot of paths torn up.
Yeah, not well taken care of.
Site,
couldn't climb the pyramids at all.
Yeah, couldn't climb the pyramids. I mean, that obviously.
I'm not sure how much damage climbing them would do to them. I'm not certain.
I think it's the number of tourists.
Yes.
It would just.
It was packed. Yeah. This has fewer people, I think. Yeah. There's a lot of people here, but it's not.
Fewer people, and not to mention spread out over a greater amount of land.
And even though it's actually a more tropical sun because we're a couple of degrees farther south, or at least 1 degree farther south. Somehow the sun here doesn't seem as oppressive. It was very.
Where we're standing, it's a little oppressive, but yes, it was the.
Because we're higher.
We have cool.
Yeah, we're higher up, and there's wetness in the air.
Yeah, I think the thing that really destroyed Chichen Itza was the tour groups. There aren't any tour groups here. Big buses.
Cancun groups.
Yeah.
Because they drive in 3 hours from Cancun.
Yeah.
They should sacrifice them on top of the pyramids. Bathe them in blood to shine in the moon. Like, what's his name? From Hannibal or whatever.
Oh.
Clarice, have you ever seen?
Hello, Clarice.
It shines black.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, I think we need to get moving.